All right, we should be live. Just gonna let some people file in, and then we'll start this puppy on the road. Here, let me just send this in the Discord. Got 3 people in here right now. Let's see some comments rolling in. Let's go. Random time, like 1:20 on a Sunday. But if you guys are degenerates like me and want to watch some puppies, then by all means, let's go. Spicy might have to be yeah, there we go. I was about to say, I'm like, Spicy might have to fill the live stream chat for now while people are filing in, because there we go. We got Josh T in the chat as well. Yo, what's up, Spicy? And what's up, Josh? 7 people in here right now. I'll give it like 4 or 5 minutes, start the draft, give you guys time to try to, get in the draft with me. And yeah, we're gonna get ready to roll. Come on, guys. Let's see the comments. Let's go. 10 people in here right now. 2 comments. Come on. Let's see it. Jonathan, random. Enjoy your discussion the other day with you and Bush. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, that was a fun consultation. Happy to, break down the dynasty teams. Happy to have that chat because, as you know by now, I'm a big degenerate and I'll love talking ball whenever the chance I get. So appreciate that. Puppy season, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. So I kind of intro this for the last minute, but I'll let people roll in a little bit. Probably, kick off the draft at about the 5-minute mark and get rolling. So if you guys have any questions, any Q&A style type of questions, I'll be happy to get to them prior to the draft starting. And of course, as you guys know, in between my picks, you want to ask me a dynasty question, a best ball question, whatever it is, slide it through. So Ethan, let's go. Danny, let's go. Ethan, let's go. Let's go. Damon Harrison, a second for Burks. Give me Burks all day, every day, twice on Sundays right there. Give me Traylon Burks. Joel says, what's the minimum you take for McLaurin on a rebuild? I doubt you can get a first for him at this point. Maybe if you're lucky, somebody's willing to leverage a 2024 first, especially if they consider themselves a contender right now. Maybe you can leverage a 2024, but you're talking minimum. I would probably say a second and maybe a downgrade at wide receiver. Like, if you can pull, Mooney in a second, probably won't get Mooney, but Mooney in a second, like, what other receivers are we looking at? Like, I wouldn't mind David Bell in a second, honestly. Like, if you can get David Bell in a 2023 second for McLaurin in a rebuild, I don't think that's a bad move. And a lot of people may not even advocate that for that. So if we're talking straight minimum, I think that would be a great trade that you can possibly do. I'm available for a live. Yes, sir, Jared. Is the day drinking starting yet? Let me know. Burks, geez, I'm struggling to move Harris, so I'm going to wait till in season. Yeah. If I can get Traylon Burks in that deal, I'm taking it all day, every day there. Jonathan, I agree with you there. We got the boy Bucket Ben Street saying, facts, man. If the hometown Cats can finally get over their struggle, get over their hurdle, and finally win a Grey Cup. I mean, we're talking about a team that's made the Grey Cup final for the last, 7 years and have lost every single one of them, including back-to-back against Winnipeg. Shout out Jacob Sanderson, Winnipeg born and raised over there, now living in Vancouver. But yeah, we always shoot the shit about that because the Cats can't seem to win the big one when it matters most. It's puppy season. Of course it's puppy season. Let's fucking go. Speaking of puppy season, big shout out backstage right now. We got Spicy Hot actually backseating this draft. So for those of you who are unaware, we are actually in Ontario. So I myself cannot currently draft by myself, but we're kind of, giving the guidance. Spicy Hot's drafting his team, and Spicy Hot is in an eligible state. So for all of you watching, that's the legal purposes here. No drink. Oh, there we go. AEW. Oh, that'll be fun, man. That'll be fun. I'll let me know how it goes. You got my Discord. Let me know who wins, because I don't think I've watched wrestling in so long. But back in the day, like, I was an avid wrestling fan. I was a big Rey Mysterio guy, which, I mean, you could figure. I have an offer to trade 103 2023 second Alberto for a 2023 1 204 and Pat Fryermuth. Have any thoughts? I am more than fine with making that move. I view Pat Fryermuth as an upgrade over Alberto pretty significantly. 103, I honestly would think, assuming that's a mid-ish type of 2023 one, is about appropriate to that. And you're getting a 204 for the 2023. Yeah, I'm all for that deal. Thomas, give me the side with the 2023 one. Aaron Jones, he just might be. And speaking of that, we will pull this up right now. Get through some comments. Spicy Hot's going to enter the puppy, and last 2 spots, if you guys want to fill last 4 spots, if you guys want to fill that in, if you guys want to get the draft in with us, go on Underdog Fantasy, promo code FSC, first deposit, 100% match back up to $100. And come draft with me. Come draft the Spicy Yacht. You guys will see in a few weeks too, as we are in Brooklyn. A little spoiler, as Bush kind of said on last live stream, we are going to be probably doing 4, 5, 6, whatever type of these drafts a day when we're down there. Like, we are going to spam the bank, spam the live stream, spam the recorded content for you guys. So that being said, 3 more spots. Come file in. Come draft against Spicy Yacht. Amen. Spicy Yacht, the GOAT, the big old blue wrench moderator here. Big shout out. How much should I try to get for Tom Brady? Superflex set and premium, and I am a tanking team. If you can somehow get a future first, that's a smash, no brainer. If you can, settle for a couple seconds, I'd be fine with a couple seconds. I'm assuming a contender would be willing to give you, a 2023 2 and a 2024 2 if they're ready to win the championship, given the fact that Brady does have a top 5 type of season in store for this upcoming year. So that's the kind of threshold I'll be looking for. If you can get 2 2s, I think it's a home run, or maybe a 2 and, a young receiver or something. A first, yeah, exactly. If you can get a first, it is a smash. Also, Spicy Yacht's happy because you got the 105, which seems to be the tier break this year. I just saw in the backstage, but 105 does seem to be the tier break this year. You're guaranteed basically locked into one of those 2 quarterbacks, or not quarterbacks, running backs with Taylor or McCaffrey, or one of the 3 wide receivers with Kupp, Jefferson, or Chase. So I really, really like the 105 this year. Brock. Yes, sir. Indy 500 listening to you on the side. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah. Again, comment down below who ends up winning. Some guy in one of the discords bet me $50 that Henry plays 16 plus. Yeah, that's a great move for you. Sweet, thanks. Anytime. I'll stay light mode. Appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know why I'm a light mode guy when it comes to Underdog, but it's just the way the cookie crumbles, I guess, right? If you're a contending team in Dynasty and have Alvin Kamara, what do you do with them? I would look to flip for a different contending running back. If you can get Leonard Fournette plus for Alvin Kamara, that'd be the type of move I would do. Maybe you can get, possibly given the current market, maybe you can get Fournette in a second for Alvin Kamara. You're replacing your points. You're getting another liquid asset with the 2023 2. That would be the type of transition I would look to make. But either way, let's look at the draft real quick. Jonathan Taylor does go at 101 here. 2 team C Thomas, as well as Christian McCaffrey going out the 102. So we are locked and loaded at one of these wide receivers, assuming Jefferson probably goes here. If not, we get Jamar Chase. So, or if so, we get Jamar Chase. And sure enough, Justin Jefferson, the pick. Spicy Yacht, lock it in. Jamar Chase, absolute stud pick there, and opens you up to potentially backdoor a bimodal build without having that first round running back. You get the stud wide receiver with Jamar Chase, and if a guy like DeAndre Swift falls and maybe Saquon Barkley in the third, you're building a 2 stud running back build while still having that anchor wide receiver, which is something that you really didn't see available on Underdog for so long. But given current ADP, I really like that type of build, being able to get that stud anchor wide receiver, stock up 2 upside running backs in the 2-3, and then just smash it from there. Going here, RB with Brees. Wish me luck this season. Bro, hey, good luck, brother. Good luck. Got offer Brees Hall, Marquise Brown for a first and ETN. Thoughts? That's I would go Hall and Brown, honestly. Like that's a fair offer. Again, if that first is projected, early, I would hold the first. But if that first is, a random first or projected, mid to late, that's a smash, I think. So let me know the context of where that first kind of projects. Because again, if it's 101 and 103, I would probably hold. But anything less than that, it's projected 105, 106, 108, whatever, I'm fine with doing that. What are we doing with Gibson? Selling at a discount or hold? Had Swift, figured as my RB4, might try to keep as well. It fully depends on what type of value your league mates currently have them on the market. If you can get, top 10 type of capital from this year, or maybe, Gibson in the second gets you a 2023 first, those would be the type of transitions I would do. Otherwise, I might just hold Patsy when he's actually bringing in points and then figure it out. Also, Spicy Yacht's outlining. In fact, we did get sniped on Swift, but there's a couple names here that are really, really sticking out like a sore thumb. So let's hope we can get that build. A thought I had: if I'm rebuilding Kenneth Walker falls on my pick at 105, should I move him to a contender, and what should I get for that? Honestly, if that happens, if that's the case, right off the bat, I'm going to try to flip that into a random 2023 first. And right away, Spicy Yacht, you know what to do. 16.2 ADP, getting an anchor tight end at the 208 spot, I think has to be the pick. So I love the Mark Andrews value there. But yeah, Jonathan, if you can maybe take Kenneth Walker and flip him for 2023 first maybe, or take Kenneth Walker and potentially, see what type of points he's bringing in the season and flip him at that point. At that point, 105 value, Kenneth Walker, that's where I have him ranked. I wouldn't, pick anybody else. I wouldn't, overthink it. I would just take him and kind of see what the equivalent value would be. So, yeah, go with Kenneth Walker. Aside to all, no, I agree. I love DeAndre Swift. I think he is an absolute stud. It's just given ADP, usually see him at that mid to late second round, which doesn't make sense to me. He should be a 1-2 turn pick. So I fully agree with you, Joey, there. I absolutely love DeAndre Swift. So, Spicy, can you end up showing us the grid right now just to kind of contextualize what the board is looking like? So we do see, unfortunately, Saquon Barkley go. That team, too, is building a very, very nice juggernaut right there. We got our wide receiver one figured out. We got our tight end one figured out. And are there any other upside running backs available? If not, we may have to pivot and take another wide receiver here, Spicy. I don't want Mike Williams. What are the wide receivers? Quick. I may have to. Oh, that's gross. I go up. I don't mind mixing in a Connor. I don't mind. It's gross. If Kamara, I didn't think was almost a lock to get suspended, I would just lock in Kamara there because I do think, value against ADP 305 versus a mid-second he usually goes. I would lock in Kamara, but I think it's almost certain that he does get suspended. Taking Connor at least opens up the flexibility that we can target some mid-round wide receivers, maybe get, a Breece Hall as the RB2. And for the fact is, we know inherently getting Mark Andrews, we are targeting Lamar Jackson 100%. 505 should be the spot where about Lamar Jackson goes. If we can get Lamar Jackson added to this team while still having that inherent upside with Connor and Chase heading that RB and wide receiver core, I think that's a home run. Can we stack Andrews with Lamar? Yeah, exactly, Brock. Exactly. We got Lamar, or we got Andrews at a discount. Now, if we could stack him with Lamar, you're not going to see many teams with late second round Andrews paired with Jamar Chase, as well as Lamar Jackson with that stack. So if we can do that, I think that's a home run. Yeah, I agree with that. Don't overthink it. I either take him or exactly, Jonathan. What's good, Danny? What's good, Corey? Appreciate it. Helped you a little bit with the draft yesterday. Hopefully that draft can fall straight to you and you get some value there. Dog White. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. And it's 100% from a stackability standpoint. People will see they took JT in the first round, first overall pick. They want to get, Michael Pittman. I can see that 100%. Again, I don't value him over a guy like Marquise Brown, a guy like DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson. I don't think he should be ahead of them, but you're going to see it. So it's unfortunate, but I mean, if people want to reach a little too far ahead, I'm more than fine with it. As we see, Marquise Brown does in fact go. I was kind of hoping maybe we got the flexibility of taking a Marquise Brown in the fourth, and then we would have the option where if Lamar did get sniped, we would still have Marquise Brown to fall back on. So I would say, honestly, playing the ADP game, we're hoping Breece Hall probably falls here. If we can get Breece Hall or maybe Deontay Johnson, I think those are the top two picks. And then hoping on the turn back that we can get Lamar Jackson. Also, Notorious is in this. Big shout out. Here, show Notorious's team real quick. What's he got working with? You got the Najee, Evans, and Waddle. Let's go. Dolphins fan gets his boy in Waddle. Big shout out there. If you guys don't know Notorious, great Osmo employee now. Osmo Best Ball on YouTube. Go give them a follow. Go give them a subscribe. And, one of the boys. Let's go. Yeah, I would lock in Breece Hall if he falls here, Spicy. I think if he does go, though, you're probably looking at maybe Metcalf. Okay, Metcalf goes in. Just lock in Breece Hall. I think you get your two running backs. You got your anchor wide receiver, if you will, with the upside that Jamar Chase possesses. And as we know, we love targeting those backdoor jets. If we can get, an Elijah Moore, a Garrett Wilson, stacked with the Zach Wilson later on as our quarterback two behind Lamar, I think that would be a perfect type of structure that you can build in Underdog currently. Oh my God, DJ Moore, I can't believe some of my shade. It makes no sense, bro. Like, I just got DJ Moore at the 410 in a recent startup, and I was stoked about it. And I asked a couple people, like, oh, well, he doesn't score touchdowns, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't finish high. I'm like, okay, but like, I trust the target share. I trust the fact that this team hasn't inherently thrown a ton of touchdowns. So expecting DJ Moore to have a 10 touchdown season when that total passing output is throwing for 16, 18 touchdowns. Like, no, you bet on regression. You bet on the fact that this passing offense isn't going to be irrelevant for the next 5 years. And you bet on the talent here with DJ Moore, 160 target player last year. So I agree with you there. What you feeling on ETN? He is one of my favorite dead zone running back target because he is not a dead zone running back. Realistically, by the time that the season starts, I expect him to get steamed heavily. Like, he's currently going round 5. I wouldn't be shocked by the time the season starts. He is going to be a 2-3 turn type of player. You get reception upside. James Robinson's coming off a torn Achilles, and everything we're hearing in terms of reports are that he is going to be ready for training camp, going to be ready for the preseason. I love ETN as a pseudo RB0, heck, even RB heavy type of target. 55 overall ADP is definitely one of my favorite values. The fact that he's going behind Gabriel Davis makes no sense at all. Also, we are hoping and praying right now, Spicy Hot, that a couple of these guys ahead of us don't ruin our thing. Also, quick shout out, $5 super sticker from Corey. Appreciate that a ton. If you have any question, I'm happy to get to it right now. Yeah, I Pittman as I think 3-4 turn is about appropriate for him as well. Yeah, it's at this rate, it's tough to lock him in. What do you think of Alec Pierce as a rookie for Dynasty? In my analysis, his potential seems just as high as the problem is his prospect profile is very, very volatile. Like, he does have upside, I do think, athletically. The problem that I have is, given his yards per reception, given his volatile vertical nature, I don't think he's going to be a heavy target type of guy in the NFL, but he is more so a guy that affects a defense better on an NFL level than he will ever really in fantasy, given the fact that he is going to dictate coverage, given his size, given his speed, rather than, his raw target total. So I don't mind him, late second round is about appropriate for him. He does have some upside, but there's a lot of risk, a lot of volatility with him there. You bet on volume. Exactly, Joey. Exactly. I didn't even know you could do that. What are you referring to, Spicy? Let me know in the comments. Exactly, Joey. Exactly. Yo, what's up, Henry? Big OG here. He's showing me something. I genuinely can't see that, but these are more the model consistency. And if he ever get exactly. Or if they get Baker Mayfield, I mean, I don't think Baker Mayfield's like amazing, but Baker Mayfield is absolutely an upgrade over what he's been getting. So, found out in Ohio, I have a ranking. I have to have a ranking to put on Underdog, but they told me I only have to put. Oh, okay, yeah, you're chill then. So let's go, Henry. I remember you were mentioning you had some issues with Underdog. So the fact that you're able to hop on, the fact that you're able to have a chance to win $2 million if you play the BBM and $75,000 respectively if you play the puppy. Heck, we're degenerates. We love mock drafting. You may as well put some skin in the game while you do it. Need more shit. So exactly, dude, it's crazy. We're talking about a 25-year-old receiver who's coming off what, 4 back-to-back with 1,000-yard seasons, and yet people are fading him because he's had 4 touchdowns on an offense that hasn't thrown even 20. Like, no, those are the players you buy. Those are the players that could potentially ascend and appreciate into top 25 overall dynasty picks if they break out. DJ Moore's range of outcome is 1,300 plus yards and 8 plus touchdowns in top 8 overall wide receiver, or top 6 overall wide receiver in fantasy. So I agree with you there. Exactly, Brock. Exactly. Really slow draft, so I'm good right now. Oh yeah, you're chilling, brother. Especially with the no clock over the weekend. While your rookie pick values are amazing, I'm happy to see that I wasn't out of. No, I appreciate you for asking. Again, if any of you have questions, if any of you have things that maybe you'd want us to integrate into our manifesto, into our content, whatever ideas you guys have, we're open, we're receptive, we're happy to appeal to the masses, if you will. His production. No, I agree with you there, Brock. Exactly. Can I share my graph to you somehow so we can mutually vomit out? Yeah, dude. Just send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get to it after the live stream for the most part. Here, let me check Twitter. Let me see. Members can put how long. Oh, that's dope. Yeah, I just noticed that. That's sick. I didn't even see that. I have to go and check it on the actual live stream. I didn't even notice that. That's dope. Gino or Locke also did. Yeah, I just saw that Spicy Pain. I mean, Garrett Wilson should be able to fall to us, and you can backdoor a Zach Wilson, so I'm not too bad there. Gino or Locke as a quarterback for a startup. I'll Locke because he's younger, but that both of those are just gross, to be honest. As a contender, 12-team Superflex PPR, what are you looking to get from Tony? I've also got Wan'Dale, and I do believe more in him. I genuinely think Tony is one of the bigger buy candidates, given the fact that his current relative market value is about a mid-second. If you can buy him for a mid-second, you're talking about a player that was an absolute darling on yards per route run, was an absolute darling in terms of being able to command targets when he was on the field last year. And you're getting an uncertainty discount given the fact that he has some quote unquote, issues this offseason. I mean, those are the players we're buying. Those are not the players that we are panic selling. Also, Spicy Up, given the fact that we only have one wide receiver, I would like to look at the wide receiver core quickly here. So we do have Michael Thomas. There's some volatility there. Traylon Burks, Devontae Smith. This is a tough one. I don't mind mixing in an Adam Thielen share. I don't think that's awful. Given the fact, I mean, he's an older receiver, so it's tough. But 6th on Adam Thielen, you're gonna get some upside there. I don't mind mixing that in. So we are currently at pick 68. I don't mind reaching 7 picks there. Oh, Jacobs is there too. That's not even a bad pick either. Maybe he falls. Yeah, that's robbery. Like what, Jonathan? Like, please give me that. DJ Moore seems like a young Brandon Cooks for fantasy. Oh, exactly, dude. It's pretty crazy. You bet on volume, you bet on talent, and people are underrating DJ Moore, it seems. Should I flip Najee and CD for AJ Brown, DJ Moore, and David Montgomery? Happy pair soup. I would keep your side there. I'd keep with Najee and CD there, Amal. Are you playing Underdog, bro? I'm actually not currently doing the one drafting. Big shout out to our moderator, Spicy Hot Taco. He is in an eligible state. So I'm basically just backseating this draft, kind of guiding him, and he is building out his team. I can't personally draft right now in Ontario. However, once we go to New York, once we get some live streams and record a content out for you guys, we will actually be physically able to draft in that state. So for legal purposes right now, we're doing the backseat. Is Lamar Tannehill and Mac Jones good enough quarterback room to contend? I think that's about appropriate. I would maybe look to see. It's not bad. The quarterback 2 is a little question mark, but you're getting an elite difference maker with Lamar. So depending on the structure of the rest of your team, I think that could be good enough. I'm so tempted to trade away my 2031st for ETN and startup. We are starting the 5th. That's tough. That's really about a relative value. Honestly, I think that's, personal preference there. So I'm assuming here, yes, Josh Jacobs did go. That is a little bit unfortunate. So we got Lamar. Is Bateman available by chance? I'm assuming he's not. Bateman. Okay. Click out. Go to wide receivers again. I'd go with Burks. Burks. Yeah. Just because everything we're hearing about MT is a little questionable, I would want to get him at an extreme discount. He goes next pick, but if I'm taking MT, I would want to get him at an extreme discount if I'm going to take that plunge, if you will. So, yeah. Superflex, by the way. Yeah, sir. Yeah, no, I see that. Oh, he shares the same bias on Lamar. Okay. I mean, we could backdoor Kirk now that we have Adam Thielen. You can get a KJ Osborne. And obviously the bull case there, obviously you're not hoping this happens if you have Justin Jefferson in Dynasty, but bull case there is if Justin Jefferson misses any time there, Adam Thielen is going to be that main number 1 wide receiver and what should be an above average offense. You get Kirk Cousins, who has that bye week 7, so you're not getting the overlap there with Lamar. I think that's a perfect type of backdoor. You're getting stability mixed in with the upside with Lamar. So I like how we're constructing this. Show the whole team, by the way, quickly for the chat, whoever's watching. So, yeah, you guys can see Lamar there, Connor, Breece Hall at the running back position, Chase, Thielen, Burks at wide receiver with Mark Andrews as that stud tight end to head that group. I like how we structured this so far. Honestly, with this team, by the way, Jacob Sanderson, who you don't know, FFRTDB on Twitter, he made a very good case for the fact that if you have a Lamar, Mark Andrews stack, people's first reaction might be, oh, I want to get J.K. Dobbins. I want to get J.K. Dobbins because of the, offensive impact, the offensive influence if he hits. However, in this current structure, Gus Edwards may actually be a better target given the fact that your bull case for Lamar and Andrews is the fact that they're going to inherently pass at a similar rate that they did last year. If J.K. Dobbins is healthy, you're probably going to run the ball there. You're probably going to be betting on the fact that J.K. Dobbins is going to receive a lot of the grunt work on the ground. However, if you go with Gus Edwards, if J.K. Dobbins misses any time, you know that the Baltimore Ravens are going to be a more pass-first team like we saw last year when Dobbins got hurt. So betting on Gus Edwards at cost, you would basically be betting, okay, if Dobbins misses any time, Gus Edwards is going to get RB1 type of value, and Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews are going to go absolutely nuclear. So I like that kind of game theory nugget. I actually ended up watching it on Ron's stream with Jacob Sanderson yesterday. So I thought that was a good point. Dynasty Superflex trade, I traded Waller, CEH, and Javonte for Mac Jones, Devontae Smith. Your thoughts, win for me or not? That's that's close. If you needed a quarterback, it's not awful. So Devontae Smith, ETN. I probably would have liked the side you gave a little bit more on a value standpoint, but if you need a quarterback, I don't think it's the worst move because again, after the startup, it's so hard to attain quarterback. So I don't know. I think that's a relatively fair move there, DeAndre. Just sent that to your page, Twitter. I'm about to do my 15th pick and just close my. Dude, I feel that. I feel that. You get to a certain point, and it's just like, damn. Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to get to this. Basically, it's not betting on. Okay, let's make this pick first. Check the wide receivers quick. Lockett Olave. Do we have any correlation here? We do have Woods. I don't want to reach on Woods yet. Check the running backs quick. Maybe we could go Woods next round and maybe backdoor Tanny. That could also be a play. No real. I mean, we could go with a Pollard type in this build. Let's mix in Pollard. You got the stability, the carry stability of a Connor and a Hall. You mix in the upside of a Tony Pollard here. I don't mind that move there. So, yeah, I like how this team's structured thus far. But getting back to this question, Gus hurt too, though. No, I get it. I'm not talking about J.K. Dobbins' injury from last year. I'm more so saying if J.K. Dobbins were to get hurt this year, the Ravens would pass the ball more. So you would get the upside of Gus Edwards assuming an RB1 role in what should be a top 5 to 8 type of offense in the league, while also getting the upside with the fact that the Ravens are going to throw the ball more. So Lamar and Mark Andrews could eventually be the undisputed number ones at their position. So that would be the game theory type of play there, taking a Gus Edwards at cost rather than taking a Dobbins in a Lamar and Mark Andrews build. In your league, take Ritter late. He'll I don't know. I don't see that with Ritter, but at cost, it's not bad. This team is looking, yeah, I like how it's structured right now. I would have liked, DeAndre Swift to fall, but beggars can't be choosers. Mark Andrews, you typically don't see at the mid to late second spot the way we got him. So more than fine. He's a stud 1-2 turn type of pick, in my opinion. Exactly. Just got to fill out the wide receiver core now. Hopefully Robert Woods can fall. Robert Woods a little bit buried here, so maybe he falls a little bit. I think the fact that Allen Lazard and MVS are going ahead of Robert Woods doesn't make sense to me. I get it. He's got volatility. He's got risk, given the fact that he's an older receiver coming off an injury, which, same kind of bet we made with Adam Thielen. But with Robert Woods, again, we get Burks, we get Woods, we can backdoor Tannehill. That could be our quarterback too in this build. So I'm happy with how this is structured. I would go with Robert Woods. Plus, exactly. Gus does indeed set the tone. Is Underdog in Ontario now? No. So, Danky, I mentioned this too. Maybe you weren't in the stream yet, but I'm actually currently backseating this draft. So I see Taco, our moderator, who is in an eligible state, is drafting. I'm just kind of giving advice. I'm kind of, going through it, giving you guys some content. So I am not the one physically drafting this team. It's actually Spicy Hot. So big shout out there. Speaking of Spicy Hot. Yeah, unfortunate about the overlap there. Screw bye weeks. Darnell Mooney's ceiling this year, I think it could be a potential, given target share, given the fact that he's going to have, probably a 27, 28+% type of target share, given the status of the Bears team. I would be shocked if top 15 receivers in the range of outcomes, similar to the type of ceiling that we saw from Allen Robinson in the past. I don't think he's the player that Allen Robinson was, but if he's getting, 150, 160 targets in that offense, I think, he doesn't have a top 5 ceiling, but top 15, maybe he cracks wide receiver 10, Deontay Johnson type of case. I don't think that's out of the range of possibilities. I have Dobbins and Gus need big things. Good luck, Ja. Good luck. Would you rather have Peoples-Jones or Tolbert? Give me Tolbert there. Peoples-Jones is a wind sprint merchant, as my boy Jacob likes to say. Basically, he gets the snaps, but he doesn't get the targets to come with them. Deep dive question: with Logan Thomas uncertainty, is Bates a sneaky late dart? I don't oppose it, especially with Ricky Seals-Jones now on the Giants. I don't mind it if you want to take him super, super late as a sneaky upside play, given the fact that Thomas is older, given the fact that he's volatile, and given the fact that Bates, some limited sample size looked pretty good there. So where is Tannehill in ADP? Okay, so he's buried. So we can wait a little bit there. He's like in the 140s. Just star him so we at least have him on, I would say. So start Tannehill. And look at the wide receivers available, because I think we probably need one more locked and loaded guy. Jameson's pretty interesting, I would say, especially given the fact that if we're banking for upside, if we're banking for the fact that these Jamar Chase, Adam Thielen, Robert Woods can really hold the fort down for us for the first few weeks, while Treylon Burks and Jameson Williams do get acclimated, I don't mind with going the upside play and going with Jameson here because when he's on the field, I mean, you get inherent big play potential and you're getting upside with a top 12 overall talented receiver. So, yeah, I would go with Jameson. I think that's a good pick there. Rookie quarterback with the most chances of starting a couple games this season. Well, I think it's got to be Corral, given the current available landscape. Obviously, I mean Pickett's going to start, so I think you kind of rule him out. But I think Corral is probably that next guy that could potentially see some games this season, given the status of that Carolina Panthers quarterback room. The only obviously caveat would be signing Baker Mayfield, but I think Corral and probably Desmond Ridder would be the next guy. I think Mariota is going to start at least, first 4 or 5 games. And if they're, a complete shit show, I think Ridder can also potentially earn some playing time. So given the current status of the quarterback core, I would lean Corral. But if you want to say Ridder, I wouldn't oppose that either, given the fact that, as I kind of said, Mariota is a volatile quarterback and definitely not in their long-term plans. So who's your rookie wide receiver 1 and why? My rookie wide receiver 1 post-draft is actually Drake London. It's pretty simple to me. 8th overall draft capital, lands in a situation with a ton of available volume, and this is the premier prospect in terms of being able to command targets at the collegiate level. He steps into a situation where he can possibly walk into 140 plus targets, 130 plus targets as a rookie. He's got the talent to be able to, I don't want to say become the next Mike Evans, but that would be your bull case. If Drake London hits, you could be potentially looking at a pseudo Mike Evans light, if you will, which if we get a top 15 wide receiver for the next 8 years, I don't think anybody's complaining about. So I absolutely love Drake London. I think that's that would be my reason why he's a rookie wide receiver 1. Treylon Burks maybe has more peak upside given his athleticism, given his yards after catch ability. Also, we're on the clock here. I'll continue that comment in a second. We could mix in a little too early on Rojo. I kind of want to mix in those mid-round running backs. Check another receiver, maybe. Tight end. I don't mind mixing Pat Fry if I get some touchdown upside on the bench. We're kind of under the microscope. Sorry about that, Spicy. What's our pick on Frymouth compared to ADP? Let me just take a look. Should be about a line, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, about a line. Thank God they didn't have that overlap in the bye week. We don't have to touch another tight end for the rest of the draft. Now we can just keep pounding back one more quarterback and then running back and wide receiver depth. So gives you some flexibility there. Rebuilding team, hold on to DJ Moore through 1 to 2 years or try to sell for London in a first next year. If you can get London in a first for DJ Moore, absolutely. I'm assuming that you probably one or the other. I don't mind holding on to DJ Moore, seeing what he could do, because given the talent, given the target share, we know that he is an elite type of wide receiver. He just needs that touchdown variance to go on his side. Good enough for me. Bates, yeah. 28th overall or 28th round opportunity cost. Sign me up. I'm more than fine with it. Yeah. Okay, Mark. I get it now. Sorry, my bad. I was about to say, I'm like, what? But I've seen some wonky deals, so I had to always check in there. Ridder, no way. Okay, yeah. So Joey is a Ridder fan there. That could be the case too. I wouldn't rule it out. 12-team Superflex win now. Lamb or Godwin plus McLaurin. Lamb would be my flex spot. One of McLaurin or Godwin will sit on my bench in case injuries. I would just keep the stud there. I would need an overpay to give up a guy like CeeDee Lamb, especially in a win now. CeeDee Lamb should be a locked and loaded top 8 type of wide receiver this year. So give me CeeDee Lamb. Give me CeeDee. London. Okay, that makes more sense, Mark. So let me get prepared for this pick right now, because I feel like shout out Spicy off for keeping me controlled, because I've been a little bit unfocused at times. But so Rojo is also a good pick. You're kind of outlining that. I think Rojo's got a really nice bull case there. Wide receivers, I think, are kind of dying out. Let me just take a look. Yeah, like you're hoping for Osborne's not bad. I don't mind the value on Corey Davis at that point. Alec Pierce isn't terrible. I think Marvin Jones is an absolute steal at his current cost. So let's get some more Cowboys too, because obviously the inherent upside there with having a couple Titans is the fact that the Titans and the Cowboys do play on week 17. I do believe that the Steelers play against the Ravens too. So let me just take a look. I do think that's actually the overlap there. 13 schedule. I should probably have pulled this up earlier, but yeah, let me just take a look. 2022 week 17. I do believe it's Steelers versus Ravens, if I do remember. Steelers Ravens. Yeah, so Steelers Ravens. Okay, so basically, if you can get a couple more, Steelers dart throws, a couple more Ravens dart throws. Maybe is Pickens available? You can target a Pickens later on, maybe too. Pickens, yeah, okay, Pickens available, so put him in the queue. I would honestly just start a bunch of Ravens, Cowboys, and Steelers, but right now I'd mix in Rojo. Bull case, you kind of outlined him pretty similar. You're getting the upside there. We have the stability there with Connor Hall, with another upside shot in Pollard. I do like mixing in that Rojo play, potentially getting Pickens on the way back, pending the ADP. We're at 140 right now, so if we have to reach 10 picks for Pickens, I don't think that's an awful proposition. Thoughts on rostering too many stacks of teammates in one league? I have AJ Brown Smith, London Pitts. Honestly, if you can make the bull case for that for their offenses, I don't mind it. You collect talent at the end of the day. Variance is always going to happen. Volatility is always going to happen, regardless of whether you have teammates or not. So if you can embrace variance and just take the best players available without that type of inherent bias, that's my thoughts on it. I don't mind having teammates. I'm a Ritter hater from watching Pierce. Got tired of that is very true, Brock. That's fair. I kind of think all rookies have a path except Malik Willis. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that year one. I would say also Justin Fields at this point is an absolute steal, but we don't need him, so it doesn't matter. I think if Pickens falls, that actually has to be the pick because you get that you get that week 17 stackability with Lamar and Pickens for the cross matchup. So I don't mind that. How close are we to Tannehill range? So Tannehill range probably has to be considered at our next pick, give or take. Because, I mean, we're picking 149 now. Next pick is – we could probably wait 2 rounds maybe if we're lucky. I mean, we have all the relevant Titans apart from Derrick Henry. So I would go with Pickens here. Oh, and Njoku is solid, but I would take Pickens. I mean, we don't even need Njoku. We have two tight ends. My phone got cut out as I sent the message. Sorry if it's already been answered. Contending, and I have Cook. Would you give up Cook for Jacobs Hunt? I would give up Cook for Jacobs. So, or maybe not, but Jacobs could just get a worse. So, give me that all day, every day there, Kenneth. Give me Jacobs Hunt and Gesicki. Lamb over Diggs and redraft. Love the opportunity for Lamb this season. I would probably slightly lean Diggs because we've seen that sustained target share because we still have that high offensive insulation. But CeeDee Lamb is yeah. Oh, okay. I get you, Spicy. But CeeDee Lamb, I think, is well worth, and he's probably going early to mid-second. I think that's appropriate given the fact that if anybody's going to make that level of ascension into a stud type of wide receiver, CeeDee Lamb has the talent to be able to do so. So I don't mind his ADP right now. I think you got a case there. I'm tired of underthrown deep balls, but Matt Ryan's my quarterback. Yeah, that is pain there, Brock. Oh, okay. Fair. Yeah, where'd he go? 13th round? That's good value for him. In my opinion. Trevor Lawrence. So we could be in store here for that Tannehill, which would be perfect. Because if we get Tannehill, we can get, maybe a James Washington later, like last round would be a decent pick. Get some upside there. You get Pollard mixed into that game as well. I think that's bad. Who do the Jets play? Jets do play the Seahawks. So what type of Seahawks are available right now? If you check. Jets play the Seahawks. You literally just search Seattle. We don't need Noah Fant. Seattle. So nobody relevant. Go down a little bit more. Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay. So we're not going to get that game stack there. I think the Bengals actually play the Bills, which, I mean, all the relevant Bills are probably taken off the board right now. So probably not game stack there. Detroit does play against the Bears, which I can't even think of. I'm not taking Velus Jones Jr. Khalil Herbert. Is Khalil Herbert available? Search Herbert. Herbert's probably gone, but Khalil Herbert. So start Khalil Herbert, and I think honestly here I would go with probably Khalil Herbert, and then on the way back get Ryan Tannehill. Obviously, again, the bull case there. If Montgomery misses any time, you're getting inherent upside with Khalil Herbert to be a potential contributor. I think this is probably a 6 running back build. You get 2 more wide receivers, 1 more quarterback. So we're probably looking at a 2-6-8-2 here, which, yeah, I don't mind that. Could also go – you can keep Gus Edwards start too, because I would probably be our running back after him. If he falls, I would go with Herbert. Yeah. Just because we already have Lamar and Andrew, so I think getting that game stack with Herbert and the upside with Herbert there is more beneficial to us in the long run. Got the 101 in a super flex league, 4-point passing touchdowns. Should I trade out of it or just draft JT quarterback? I would take Josh Allen and not think twice about it there, Brian. Take Josh Allen. What's good, boys? What's good, Mark? Big old shout out, Sleeper Marcus in the chat. Love to see it. We're just in the middle of a puppy. So can you show the grid? I'll kind of give them that outline as to what's going on thus far. So, I mean, you guys can see, scroll down slowly so they can kind of see. I'm not going to go through every pick. Mike Williams at the 3 is pretty early, but I mean, if you're backdooring, he didn't even backdoor a Herbert. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, Josh. Ty Davis Price. I love Davis Price at that value. I think that's a good pick. So I think right here, Tannehill's our best bet. Hopefully he falls. He should be able to get it back to us. Gus Edwards goes. So, okay. I would go with Ryan Tannehill here. In that sub quarterback and tight end early, allowing you to fill. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Betting on variance and volatility at running back and wide receiver and getting that anchor quarterback and that anchor tight end while still getting Pat Frymuth at value. Obviously, you're not ideally looking for a 2 tight end or a tight end in the flex in that, last week of the season. But if Pat Frymuth catches a couple touchdowns, if Mark Andrews is Mark Andrews, and if Lamar Jackson, kills the Steelers yet again, like he always basically seems to do, like I'm more than fine with that. I have the 305 in the startups, super flex 3-round reversal. If I were to trade down for a 4th, what can I add to get fair value? 8th rounder. Yeah, if you could target that, I think that'd be a really nice pick for you. All depends relative value. Like if T. Higgins is on the board, it would be tough to trade down, but maybe, yeah, 8th rounder straight up would be nice without you adding a pick back. Or maybe if you can get his 4 and 5 for your 3 and 8, like that would be another perfect move you can potentially do there, Brian. Or Brian's a comment of a couple above. Jason, sorry about that. Just running on fumes right now. But that's what I would be looking to do, Jason. So what running backs are available? Let's just take a look at the landscape. So we are looking at a couple guys. I like JD. Start JD McKissick. I don't mind JD McKissick there. Who Washington plays the Browns, so we don't really have many Browns here. Kenny Drake, another 18th round dart I like. Start Drake, and James White. I would say start Drake and James White. Wide receiver. What type of variance are we looking at here? Samuel Jones. I don't mind Wandale Mechie, so I would start those guys. I also don't mind Kendrick Bourne. And then James Washington potentially, because you're getting that correlation there. If anything were to happen to one of the Cowboys wide receivers, if James Washington catches a deep ball in that Week 17 game, then you're looking very, very stacked up. Muth has big upside, big week upside because he's a monster. No, exactly, and that would be the upside case. I don't think he's going to be a target hog, but at 125 as your tight end to complete a full 2 tight end build with him and Mark Andrews, I don't mind mixing him in there. Would you rather own Brandon Cooks or Hunter Renfrow? I would take Brandon Cooks there, Justin. I just think the target ceiling is way higher. Also trying to get exactly. I talked about it on a recent video this week. 2024 firsts are one of the best assets to go out and buy in fantasy football and Dynasty period right now. Travis Etienne is a hero running back. If you are going, full 0 RB and you want him as your hero, I'm more than fine with that because he has the upside to potentially be a top 15, maybe higher pick in redraft next year. So I don't mind that if that's a target because he has a projectable ceiling. Wow, I love these names. James White, Kenny Drake. Dude, right? Like, yeah, it's pretty funny because, 18th round opportunity cost for the bull case for Kenyon Drake. You're getting insulation into a top offense, receiving role, and if Jacobs missed any time, access to one of, again, as I mentioned, the top offenses in the league. 18th round startup cost because Zamir White, a terrible player that got picked in the 4th round, is getting drafted ahead of him. That doesn't make sense to me. And you mentioned James White. James White, all he does when he's healthy is catch passes. So you're getting that at the 18th round. More than fine with it. Mark Etienne is, dude, exactly. If you're, pounding back elite wide receivers and you can get Travis Etienne for his upside, I'm more than fine with that. Buy, hold, or sell Claypool at current price. He is probably a hold, but it all depends on your league market. Because here we'll make a pick here. So check who's available, and then I'll answer the question again. So what pick are we at right now? 188. I would probably go with McKissick here, and then hope to get James Washington on the way back, maybe. And then maybe Kenyon Drake, because Kenyon Drake after that, or Kenyon Drake or James White after that, because their ADP is so low. How many? So we have 6, right? Okay. How many wide receivers do you have? We must have 7 then, right? 1, 2, 3. We have 6. So we can go, Bourne and Washington in the next couple picks. I think that's solid. Zamir White will be a top 15 running back. Jacobs isn't happy right now. The problem with that is in order for Zamir White to be a top 15 running back, he actually has to be a good running back, and I don't think he's a good running back. 0th percentile yards created, literally the worst charted by Graham Barfield. And Graham Barfield basically said he had a good prospect profile coming in to college football out of high school. It's just 2 ACL injuries is going to zap all of your burst. And unfortunately for Zamir White, he is a player that basically pretty much got fully propped up by that offensive line there in Georgia. Relatively similar situation to James Cook, obviously playing in that same offense, only James Cook is far more efficient and quite frankly a better player. So it's tough, but I'm not in on Zamir White at all there, Joey. 20th round, Kenyon Drake, 24th round, James White. Exactly. I mean, I always kind of harp on this, but if we're talking about, cost-effective production late in startups, that's exactly what you should be looking for. Also, check what other wide receivers are available after James Washington. Let me just take a look. You could mix in a Velus Jones, maybe a Julio. You could mix in a Velus. I'm not a big fan, but he should have an opportunity to earn targets on that team. An 18th round opportunity cost, I don't hate. Though we do have 3 rookies. I think James Washington. Honestly, I would just make this a 7-7, 2-7-7-2. I would just go with Kenyon Drake or James White. Either works. Yeah, you go with James Washington here, and then Kenyon Drake or James White if they fall. Maybe we can reconsider when we're back on the clock. But realistically, I mean, the difference between a 2-6-8-2 versus a 2-7-7-2, you're hoping for upside. You're banking on production late on. I don't mind it. 20th round. Yeah, no, I agree there. So overall, after we finish this draft, we'll take a brief overview, kind of look at the team, kind of look at the structure, kind of what we were thinking at each pick, potential correlation down the line. And then we could start up another one. So if you guys want to come and snipe us in the next one, then feel free to do so. All right. Sorry, what was the Claypool answer? Sorry about that, Brian. Honestly, in my opinion, it all depends on your current league micro market. From a macro standpoint, I'm fine with holding him. I think he's about priced appropriately, given his upside, given his ceiling if he does hit, while still having that inherent risk. However, you're going to see some leagues be completely off of him because of his, antics and volatility from last year, and the fact that he was really, a scar in a lot of people who had him in the redraft league's minds from last year. Versus you might be in a league, in Pittsburgh or in a league that likes him. So maybe you want to sell him in that type of league. But for the most part, I would say he's probably leaning to a hold or buy, given that a lot of distaste, a lot of sour taste is on a lot of people's minds relative to what we usually see. I mean, if you can get him for fringe wide receiver 45 type of prices, I'm fine with that. I know not popular, but I keep getting Velus Jones, just hoping for. Yeah, no, exactly. I think that's a good pick there. Velus, he has a terrible prospect profile, but I mean, it's still a 3rd round receiver who should have opportunity. Speaking of, high picked wide receiver, you kind of have Tyquan Thornton outlined here. I don't think that's a bad play either. Drake or Thornton, I think, are good bets there too. Drake, Thornton, Velus, I think are solid bets, especially in the 18th round. What is the opportunity cost here? Realistically, they don't hit. Cool. It's an 18th round pick. Claypool stats from 2021 weren't that different. No, exactly. That's the main thing. Again, people love seeing production. People don't really look into the specifics of the usage. I'm fine with Claypool. Again, does it suck that they took a wide receiver in the draft? Yeah, but I mean, realistically, who cares? This says more about Deontay Johnson, who is fighting an oncoming contract. And worst case scenario, if Claypool does move on, he's still a talented player who should get a role wherever he goes. Thoughts on ETN as a hero running back picking at the 12 spot? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. It depends how early. I would say, if you're taking him, he probably goes 5th round. So maybe at the 12 spot, it's kind of tough because in an underdog draft, you're either going to have to reach for him at the 401 or hope he falls to you at the 512. And again, in more big tournaments like this, I wouldn't just, go against the grain. And even though I have ETN higher, I wouldn't take him fully ahead of ADP because there are going to be people in this tournament who have him closer to the ADP. So from a game theory perspective, that is the thought on reaching on a player that, if you're in your home league and you want to reach on a player, go ahead. Because if you think he's way, way undervalued by a market standpoint, you're still getting him at a value in your current board. I don't mind that. But in a big tournament like this, reaching, 8 or more picks on a player is just super risky because, Jake works, by the way. Jake works. Because that people are going to get him either at or below ADP. So again, why would you give yourself a severe disadvantage to the rest of the field at that point? So actually thinking about Vilas, Jones over Byron Pringle. I would take Vilas over Pringle, especially with the, the volatility already. He's already been getting arrested. He's already got some off-field concerns, whatever. I don't know what's going on there. I don't think Byron Pringle is a quote-unquote significantly more talented player than Vilas. So I'll just take the player that I just took in the third round. I'm late to the live, and I don't know if I all mentioned it before, but are we concerned about I'm not concerned about holding out. I don't know. It's tough. I mean, at the end of the day, if you can get value for him in Dynasty right now, if you can go and get him past ADP and startups because of that uncertainty, more than fine with it. Even in, a tournament like BBM or Puppy, if you can get him at value, I'm fine with that as well. So overall, click onto the team. We could take a look quickly too. I don't know. If people are going to overthink it, I'm fine with it. I don't think you worry on holdouts. Yep, no, I agree. Texan Wolverine in this draft at the 102. If you want to give me some sauce, yeah, we can take a look at. I know Notorious was in here as well. I know again, as you mentioned, Texan Wolverine was in here, so we can take a look at the teams right here. So check Texan Wolverine. So you got Burrow and Lance. You get the stability there with Burrow while still getting the high upside in Lance. I think that's a nice little quarterback core to build. Running backs. I don't mind that at all. You got your 2 bimodal running backs. Obviously, if Christian McCaffrey is healthy, he is RB1. If Saquon Barkley is healthy, he's threatening 300 plus opportunities, top 5 overall ceiling. And then going with high insulated volatility with really good offenses. Singletary, obviously, with the Bills, Davis Price with the Niners, and then Darrell Williams with, your bull case is hoping our guy, James Conner, gets injured and Darrell Williams gets some work there. So I like how you structure that RB core. Wide receivers, absolutely love that. You're able to build out that Burrow and Higgins stack while still getting the Ayuk stack for Trey Lance. Did he actually get George Kittle? Just take a look quick. Did he get George Kittle? Okay, you got Darren Waller, though, so you got another anchor. I'm assuming you probably got sniped on Kittle. Waller's a very, very fine consolation prize. So, yeah, I think you did a good job there, Texan. We can go over our team quick, and then we can go over quickly Notorious's. So look at ours. It's pretty simple. You get the correlation there with Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews while still having, Freiermuth and Pickens with that same game type of upside. If that hits, you get your anchor, a wide receiver with Jamar Chase while still building out high upside at the running back position. So I like how we structure that. I think we built out a good team. We could take a look at Notorious quickly, and then we can hop into another draft for those of you that want to draft with us. So Notorious got Brady. Check if he's got any Tampa Bay players there. He's got Mike Evans. Okay, so perfect little stack there with James White as well, or Rashad White and James White. Yeah, Notorious smashed this. I think he did a very good job. Also with Notorious, you know what you're doing. That's a really good team there. I think you smashed that out of the park. Or if you're even in the draft here with us, I'll message you in the group chat, but he might actually be live doing this right now. So quick shout out there. But either way, you can cue us into another puppy. Give the crew about 5 seconds. We are about to enter this puppy in 5. Okay, Spicy Hot just went right away. Oh well. Either way, there's like 7 spots left. So if you guys want to file that in, feel free to do so. I heard Pitt took Pickens to play outside to move Claypool into the slot for now. That is interesting too, especially with Juju gone. I don't mind that. That's actually a good call there. Vilas versus Byron Pringle. Yeah, literally. The fact that we're debating 18th round Vilas versus 18th round Byron Pringle is just disgusting. Are you drafting TDB based off draft capital, opportunity, or skill? Draft capital and opportunity for the most part. I think he's a talented player, but generally speaking, I'm just looking at offensive insulation. I'm looking at opportunity cost. If you're getting a 15th round running back that has the opportunity to, if Elijah Mitchell misses time or heck, third round running back, maybe he takes over a certain chunk of the receiving role or banger role on the goal line. Maybe he's the Jeff Wilson. Who knows what the 49ers are doing with their backfield? Ultimately, here, you're betting on variance, you're betting on volatility, you're betting on a 15th round running back for the 49ers that was picked in the top 100 of the NFL draft to earn a role with the upside to potentially take over a lead back role if Mitchell missed time. So that's my thoughts. I love it. I think, at that point, you're banking on upside. I think Ty Davis Price is one of those perfect upside shots to take after. Obviously, we know the James Conner range. We know the Tony Pollard range. We know not James Conner from last year. We know the A.J. Dillon range. We know the Tony Pollard range, Alexander Madison range. I think Ty Davis Price is like that tier below, but still has a similar type of bull case if he hits. So I like Davis Price a lot. My thoughts as well, Vilas over Pringle, and exactly as you said, opportunity. Exactly there. I mean, opportunity cost is the end all be all here. If you're getting, a third round receiver as late as you currently are, I mean, you have to mix that into your portfolio any day of the week. Do we get a Justin Jefferson team maybe? Okay. I like it. Hopefully we can get J. Jeff to fall. I mean, worst case, if we don't get J. Jeff to fall, we're getting Christian McCaffrey, Cooper Kupp, or Jonathan Taylor, which, I mean, Jamar Chase obviously in that conversation, but we just took Chase in the last team. So let's spice it up here and see kind of what falls. Here, let's take a look here. Check the board, see if anybody from the chat is actually in the draft. And if you guys actually are in the draft and are watching the stream, let us know. Texan Wolverines back in the draft, so we'll look at his team afterwards as well. Currently, big Sunday strong, mixing in the best ball as always. Let's see who does, Zabriad, whatever his name is, go with the consensus, or does he spice it up here? We'll see what he goes with 101. Probably it should be, for the most part, you're most likely going to see Jonathan Taylor here, but I mean, we've seen surprises before. By the way, if we somehow get a fourth overall Christian McCaffrey, I'll be pretty freaking happy. I mean, realistically, McCaffrey, Jefferson, Kupp, Taylor, whatever, like that works. So is he going to time out the first pick? There's no way, right? There's no way, dude. Come on. You're entering a draft and you're going to time out first overall. Oh my God, you're cringe. All right. I've been in drafts with this Chip Schuyler guy. Okay. So have you noticed anything about the way he drafts? By the way, take Jefferson. Let's mix in that share. Of course, we get the Thielen team on the team. We got Jamar Chase, or Thielen pick on the team. We got Jamar Chase. It would have been nice if we, had him with Jefferson and could have backdoored that Kirk Cousins. Which, by the way, somebody actually commented on our last live stream, but we refer to terms like backdoor, stack, etc. so often in these best ball drafts. So yeah, facts. L plus ratio for the guy who auto picked Jonathan Taylor first overall. Wow, so good. We actually had a shout out to this, right? We had a recent startup, Brock, and everybody in the chat, where we're starting it up. I'm in a campus scanner league. We started the NFL side, and the first overall pick auto picked. Like, we waited on 8 hours on the clock just to see Josh Allen go off the board. So a lot of people in the draft are like, dude, like, come on. Like, how are you auto picking the first overall pick? Like, realistically, like you should have your notifications on. You should be checking that. But I mean, shit fucking happens. Like, all jokes aside, he got the player, he got Josh Allen, but it was just funny because everybody in the chat's like, yo, like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So, either way, check the big board real quick. It looks like a pretty bog standard draft. Also, Dalvin Cook at the 112 is pure vomit, like absolute freaking vomit there. Yuck. Can we get DeAndre Swift to somehow fall to us, please? Oh God, I am nervous. If we start a draft with Jefferson and DeAndre Swift, oh my lordy. Dog, yeah, literally. He just wanted to set the tone. He had his cue set. He just wanted to see what we would do about it. We couldn't really do nothing. He knew. Joe Mixon goes off the board here, John. Oh, the Felser knows ball, I guess. Check the board available quick, Spicy. Let's see. So I mean, Aaron Jones and I'd want Mike Evans here, maybe, or Fournette. You could go with an Evans and Fournette mix here. I'd probably say Evans first. Okay, Evans just goes to chip. Um, this is kind of gross. Do you just you probably just plug your nose here and take Fournette? Yeah, you gotta go with Fournette here. I think that's the play. Yeah, so we go with Leonard Fournette here. Obviously, we got sniped on the Evans, big pain. But you go Fournette here. Maybe a Saquon Barkley or Higgins falls to you on the way back, and you're loving life there. Sup, Daniel? Sup, Pionio? Nice seeing you in the chat. Late first Diggs and Devontae with round 2 Swift is a start I like a lot. Yeah, I like that a lot there too. I think that's a very, very good structure there, Brock. So Gibson, B-Rob, 2023 second for Melvin. Yeah, that's a W, my boy. Melvin is probably worth B-Rob, give or take. Gibson in a second for first. Easy. Give me the first. Love that move for you there. So we do have this Fournette Jefferson. Let me check the schedule again. So the Bucks play the Panthers. Let's keep that in mind. And then the Vikings do play against the Packers, I believe. So let's keep that in mind when we're drafting. Don't have to go strictly off of it, but it's, we're going through a tie break and you're talking about maybe getting a Packers player or a Panthers player. I think that's a fun spot. Which underrated part, if you start, a McCaffrey team and you get Fournette in the second round, you're getting upside for that game. You're getting the touchdown installation for the Bucks, and you're getting the all usage, if you will, for Christian McCaffrey. So that's a little fun nugget there. They could have absolutely explosive weeks in that Week 17 game. Javonte goes, inverted. That's not nice, man. Come on. Check the board here. So you could. Do we want to? Oh, this is tough. Do you want to mix in the Keenan or do you want to go with the Pitts? Because Kittle and stuff are available at the next pick, I would go probably with Keenan Allen here. Go with Keenan Allen. Hopefully Kittle falls. I think that's a good bet to make. Which, by the way, the Chargers do play against the Rams. We can keep that in mind. He timed out dude. What is he doing? Who is it? 101 guy? So he got what? Javonte and Chubb? Okay. Bro, he's just trying to set the tone. Tell him. I know Brock's in the chat typing that out already. So big shout out there. So right now we do have Leonard Fournette, Justin Jefferson, and Keenan Allen really heading this group. Good structure through 3 rounds. Honestly, you get your hero running back with upside with Fournette, top 5 running back if he stays healthy, hopefully, knock on wood. And then Jefferson, he's got the bull case to be a 190 target wide receiver 1 overall. So 4th overall pick, more than fine with that value. I'm surprised Brock hasn't already typed set the tone in the chat. You kind of make me worried there, Brock. Where'd you go? I'm joking. James Conner here falling is pretty interesting. He's currently what? Okay, only 3 picks past ADP, but similar case Fournette for the most part. I just like the stability of Fournette a little bit more. Oh, I was playing fetch with my ball. I was playing fetch with my dog, but I was thinking that the 101 is a tone setter. Oh yeah, bro. He's pound the rock, robust RB. He's got fantasy football counselor and Metallica playing in the background, and he's ready to roll, baby. Let's go. So we see Deontay Johnson go here at the 311, following James Conner. 309 Jerry Jeudy, guys. No way. Check his ADP. There's no way Jeudy goes at the 309 usually. Took him 14 picks ahead of ADP. Like, even if you're most bullish on the guy, even if you think he's going to be here, it just makes no sense because you're competing with people who get Jerry Jeudy in like the 5th round. Don't be that guy. Don't be that fish in these big tournaments. Brock is now timing out to set his tone. Amen. So we're looking, Waller, is Kittle available too? So Waller, Kittle still gives you structure here. We may have to take Herbert too, though. Ooh, where did the Mike Williams guy pick? Who picked Mike Williams? Which team picked Mike Williams? He was picked by Average Ball. So we're hoping. Oh, come on, man! The fell serve. What are you doing, dude? We could still build out a backdoor Brady if we get Godwin in the 5th, I would say. That's come on. Interesting too, nugget that the Raiders and the Niners do play in Week 17. So keep that in mind there. I set the tone taking 6 rookie wide receivers, just melted the youth into my exactly, dude. Exactly. um there, yeah. That's probably about the queue I would set as well. We probably have to take Godwin round 5. Where's his ADP relative to where he's going? He's a 52 overall. We're probably gonna have to take him at the next pick. I would say Kittle and then Godwin. The reason why I'd go Kittle over Metcalf is because it gives you a structural advantage and it opens you up to potentially Trey Lance later on. So I would go with Kittle, and then maybe you could backdoor a 49er seater and you can get Kittle, Ayuk later, and then Trey Lance in like the 9th round type of area. So, and McCandles, let me check correlation. Minnesota. Oh, that's gross. You could go with a 4 or 5. I don't mind 4 or 5 turn Metcalf. I think that's solid. That's just, oh, come on, man. There's no way both tight ends went right before us. That's unreal. I think you got to take 5th round Godwin because we need some type of stack going. Though Brady and Lance is actually a very, very good, nice little combination of both upside and ceiling, or upside and stability there. Oh, this is a timeout guy. That's why I see us. Imagine he just gets 2 more running backs here, set the tone. If you have a single player on your team that weighs less than 2, no, exactly, dude. I mean, the wide receivers, we could just add, 50 pounds to both of them. There you go. I mean, Jefferson's like 200, so 20 pounds. But what's Keenan? Keenan's probably like 192, honestly. It's Spicy Odds counting down this guy to the auto draft. Is that his strategy? Just, oh my God, he's setting the tone with 4 running backs. Yeah. Dotson, Bell, Wandale, yeah, no, exactly there. Full. Jonathan. Dude, this guy, if he times on another running back, I'm going to cry. Please. Please. What if he just queued all the running backs just to fuck everyone over? Nah, he'll probably get Cooper here, if I were to guess. Yeah. I wish Cooper was off the board so he'd be forced to pick another running back. So we got to go Godwin for the most part, right? Yeah, we got to go Godwin. Go Godwin. You get the correlation with Fournette. You can build out a Brady in the next round. What is Brady's ADP? Probably around the 80-ish range, if I were to guess. Brady. Yeah, 76. So probably going to have to take him with the next pick. Maybe the pick right after that if we're lucky. Though the guy who took Mike Evans might snipe him. So, I'm a little bit nervous. The guy who took Mike Evans might snipe us on Brady. That's what I mean. But it says, oh, fuck, I'm going to set the... Yeah, exactly, dude. Exactly. What would you need with Elijah Moore to move Kamara? Nothing. I would rather Elijah Moore over Kamara. So hopefully that helps. Lamar Jackson does go as well. I think that's a phenomenal pick. We're going to need to start filling out this running back core probably relatively soon. The Chargers do play the Rams, as I kind of said. So we can build out some backdoor Rams maybe. The Seahawks play against the Jets. Oh, that is perfect. We can build out a backdoor Wilson, Elijah Moore type of thing. Elijah Moore's available, right? Elijah Moore's available. If not, then we have to go with Elijah Moore is available. So we're hoping maybe an Elijah Moore and Tom Brady turn on the next way. That would be ideal. Because I know the Jets actually have a round or a week 10 bye. So you go with Tom Brady and Elijah Moore, hopefully on the way back. How close are they relative to ADP? So it's 76 for Brady. We would kind of have to hope. We kind of just have to hope that one guy that has Evans doesn't take Brady before us because we have the leverage after them on the turn. So that is the only real risk. I think it's D Phelps or that has Swift. So who has Evans? It was like 2 picks before us, right? Or actually, no, it was 1 pick before us. Mike Evans. Who has him? So it is Chip. So we're check Chip's team. Did he take? He took a quarterback. What's he doing? Okay, sure. I don't know why he took Lamar there, but okay. Lamar, good value overall. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, realistically, you already built up the correlation with Evans. Why wouldn't you go with Brady? I don't know, but Brady is underrated every year now. I think I would agree with that there, Brock, as well. I wasn't originally taking all these rookies, but nobody wanted. No, exactly. If people are going to let you let you invest into real estate, not cars, a little big shout out to that video a couple weeks ago. They made I agree with you there, Jonathan. Real estate over cars all day, every day, baby. Also, Texan, come on, man. Why are you doing this to me, man? Good pick. Especially considering that it was literally one pick before fucking Juju, and I would much rather Elijah Moore than Juju. Jacobs is a good value, but we gotta go structure. Oh, because Elijah Moore's gone, so we can't get him on the turn there. We need Brady and Jacobs probably. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's good. That's a good stack. We just gotta hope Chip doesn't go with Brady, and then we should be good. Worst case scenario, we get sniped on Brady. I was just gonna say Jalen Hurts, but that's already gone. I think Jacobs is the perfect pick if we were to get him, especially at the 6'9". I mean, that's what we like to say is very nice. 6'9", 69th overall pick, baby. Let's go. Also, wait, am I tripping? What? That's actually sick. What? Traylon Burks does go next. Come on. Yo, no, McCandles. What? Bro, that's not nice, man. Fuck. What? Are we gonna have to plug our nose and take Gibson? Probably gonna have to do that. Probably gonna have to plug our nose and take Antonio Gibson here. Oh, that's so mean, man. Oh, come on. There's no way he just sniped Josh Jacobs. Whatever. I mean, Antonio Gibson, I don't know. He doesn't have as much upside as last year, but you're getting him in the 6th round. Fine with that. If Brady goes now, I'm going to be so upset. I mean, the guy who's going to time out, he's going to get probably Hopkins and Smith after Inverted goes here. Inverted, if you go Brady, that's just a cuck. That's just a cuck move. Oh, he goes Russ. Oh, this is sketchy. Oh man, I'm nervous right now. I'm nervous. We need Brady bad. We need that Brady. I mean, he's gonna go with Mitchell and Dillon to keep setting the tone because he loves it. But to get sniped, dude, I'm nervous. I'm very very nervous there, Damien. Very very nervous. Actually, they both have. Oh, they're gonna go 2 running backs and then the other 2 have quarterbacks. So we should be in the clear here, unless he goes Schultz. Did he make that pick? Oh, he went down. Okay. Whew. Come on. Let's see it. He got the Dak and Schultz. So he's back. He's just wasting the time now. Okay. The hell. Yeah, that's I don't know. What is that team? Oh my god. So if Brady goes here, you probably go Thielen. If Brady goes here, you probably go Thielen. Okay, you go Brady. 100%. Fournette, Brady, and Chris Godwin. Let it go. Also, we don't have a tight end, so we can do a 3 tight end build with Rob Gronkowski. This would be nice. So look at the board here. We're probably going to have to smash out a couple running backs in that round 8, 9 area. Just take a look here. We're probably going to have to backdoor a Lance Ayuk too, though. Oh, we have 2 running backs right now, so we should be okay to rely on variance later. I would say Ayuk and Lance is our ideal turn. And then this has to be a 3 tight end build. He came back and made the Cowboys stack. Yeah, dude, he loved it. You know, he set the tone with the running backs, and then he came back and made the Cowboys stack. Nice, yes, sir. I think Gronk plays. I got a ton of him. I'd say it's about a 50-50, but at current opportunity cost, you're getting him like round 12, round 13. Like this is a guy that's going to be going round 6, round 7 if he's healthy or if he's ready to roll. So yeah, I'm from a big tournament standpoint, as soon as he says, yeah, I am back and I'm ready to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he is going 7+ rounds ahead of where he's currently going. So from a pure game theory standpoint, like, yeah, every draft that you take him and he doesn't play, you're losing out on money. Also, the guy who took Ayuk, I don't like you. But I mean, you live and you learn there. Not live and learn. I don't know what I'm talking about. You deal with it at that point, but you go for value anytime you can. You play the market anytime you can. Check the wide receivers here, Spicy. I mean, how far out are we picking here? Like 7 picks? If we get a round 8 Thielen, 9 picks. Okay. If we get a round 8 Thielen somehow, I'm going to be super, super happy, but it's most likely he's going to go here. Plug your nose, Spicy, because this is going to sound super gross, but yeah, Kenneth Walker or Tyler Lockett, we might have to backdoor freaking Seahawks stack. Got 1 league. All I got is Gronk at tight end, so it's I feel you. Yeah. That's A little bit scary, but if he does play, you should be good. Are we gonna do a pro gamer move and go with Walker and Lockett if Thielen goes off the board? God, plug your nose. We're building a Seahawks stack. The question is, do you build a Seahawks stack with Lock? Probably. Is there any reports on that battle right now? That's just so gross to me. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna take Drew Lock later on. Honestly, they're both gross, but at least with Lock, you're getting some type of swag. And I mean, realistically, if we're making a bull case for these Seahawks players, you want the volatile quarterback. You want the quarterback that's going to take risks. You want the quarterback that's going to throw the ball down the field. Also, DeFelser is just fucking, come on, man. Damn it. And Gage would have been relatively decent for us too. I just took that in. Though him going ahead of Lockett is pretty weird to me. Chip probably takes Walker here. If he's smart, he takes Walker. He's got a red badge, so he's probably taking Walker. Walker Lockett's like the perfect ideal situation for us. Now, if Walker or Lockett go, what are we looking at here? You could get a Goddard and stop it at a 2 tight end build, which wouldn't be a bad proposition here. It goes Olave. Okay, we still have a hope and dream of that Walker and Lockett backdoor here. We just got to hope McCandles doesn't snipe us again. This guy's been freaking all over us. He took Damien's hair. Let's go. Kenneth Walker all day. Kenneth Walker all day. You get Kenneth Walker at the end of the 8th round. You're getting a top 40 overall running back who's going to step in as one of the better pure runners in the NFL. And Lockett goes to the next pick. No real worry there because you still got the correlation with Walker and Metcalf. You could still backdoor a Seahawks stack here. Also, Noah Fant would be perfect for this build, so I'd put Noah Fant in the queue. Put Noah Fant in the queue there. Geno Smith for the win. The problem with that is if we're making the bull case, if we're making the case that this offense can be fun and going to throw for a lot of yards, I think that Drew Lock would be the quarterback to unlock that upside. So Drew Lock, unlock, had to make that joke. But yeah, I think if you do make a Seahawks stack, it has to be with Lock because if Geno Smith's the quarterback, it's more likely they're going to be a slow pace, run the ball type of team, which is probably more likely. But if we're shooting for upside, you take Lock as your quarterback 3. It's more than fine. Here, let's look. Goddard just went. Check the wide receivers here. Garrett Wilson is sticking out like a sore thumb. Garrett Wilson's sticking out like a sore thumb. Goddard went, so we can't do our 2 tight end build. Yeah, I would just take Garrett Wilson. You're getting him, a few picks after ADP. You're getting the inherent upside of a rookie wide receiver. And then we could build this out as a 3 wide receiver or 3 tight end build. Seahawks stack. I mean, that could be the case too. Realistically, you could take Beaker and the Seahawks. I don't think there's been many rumblings with it, but I think Lock is pretty good. Jordan Mason will replace Mitchell running back. Shanahan against Jordan Mason. What? Who? What? I feel like a child right now. Jordan Mason, running back. Jordan, okay, 6'1" or 220 out of Georgia Tech. Did he do anything in college? Game log. What are we looking at here for a college usage? Okay, so he did like nothing, and he's just not a good player. Jeez, but I mean it's Shanahan. He doesn't care about good players. He cares about scheme fit. So what's our current build? A 1-3-5-0? If I were to guess, spicy 1-3-5. Yeah, okay. So we got 1-3-5-0. What are the tight ends left? So we're gonna go Fant for sure with one of them. I would say Gronk and Fant would actually be a very ideal start to a 2 tight end build. So highlight Gronk, highlight Fant, and Njoku would be a perfect 3rd tight end actually in that. I wouldn't mind that because we're relying upon variance there. We're relying upon a high ceiling. If we miss out on, we could backdoor, one of those guys. Go to running back as well. Rashad White would be very nice with this build. So I put White in the queue. Rashad White there. And then check quarterback because we might want one other upside quarterback to pair here. We could go actually with Kirk because we do have Jefferson. So if we go with Kirk, you could backdoor an Osborne, and so you have a variance there with the Vikings. So I wouldn't mind that. You can go with Kirk and Osborne. Eli Mitchell's a stud. We like him as our bell cow. Yeah, he is a stud. Danny, show up to a 49ers practice and I bet Shannon. No, exactly, dude. If I show up to a 49ers practice, I'm wearing this cutoff, setting the tone, he'll love it. Oh, okay, fair. He ripped off a 70-yard touchdown to ATAs. 70 yards is almost as much as all jokes aside, he had 500 rushing yards in his last collegiate season and less than 100 carries. So I'm just it's Shanahan though. You never know what's going to happen there. Are we getting sniped? What happened here? Who did I say to star? Rachaad White. Gronk is still there. Okay. Check the running backs quick. Is there like a Pollard maybe slipping through the cracks? No. Okay. Gotta go with White as your next player there. We could go with Madison in this build. Hear me out. We could go with Madison as well. Because if we're relying upon volatility with that's actually a great bull case to make. I would say we go Madison. I say we go probably Madison and Kirk. What pick are we at? 116. Madison's pick. Yeah, I would say Madison here and Kirk. If we take, I'll take the gamble. Take Madison first. Take Madison first, and hopefully Kirk slips through the cracks a little bit as people are trying to make their stacks. That would be the case that we have to make because the guy who has Thielen, check. Is it Young Boy? I think it might be Young Boy, which is the only real scare. Does he have Thielen? Okay, no, he doesn't. So we are hoping here that Kirk Cousins falls back and we can make that Viking stack and potentially add some Packers later on for some variants and spike week and that week 17. Might pick this motherfucker up and it. Yeah, no, literally though. Is anyone else shocked by how? Yeah, he's 24 years old right now. I want to say 24. And he's been in the NFL for 4 years. I searched up Alexander Madison. Yeah, he's 24 this year. He's not even 24 yet. That's pretty crazy. Is he younger than Rachaad White? Am I tripping? Is he younger than Rachaad White? Oh yeah, dude. Wait, I was saying star Rachaad White, bro. We have Leonard Fournette. We can't do that. Unstar. I just took that in. Unstar Rachaad White, and then we gotta hope maybe potentially that Gronk falls back. Yeah, so you go Kirk here, lock in that quarterback too. So we only need two quarterbacks in this build, and then we are looking for later on 2 of those tight ends, maybe 3 of those tight ends we have in the queue right now, as well as potentially a KJ Osborne to add to this team. So Madison was born, by the way, June 19th, 1998. Rachaad White was born January 12th, 1999. Okay, so he's like 6 months younger than Madison, which is crazy. Najee Harris is actually older than Alexander Madison. Najee Harris had his birthday March 9th, 1998, 2 years exactly older than me. So pretty cringe. 23.9. Yep. Yeah, just complete jokes, Brock. So let me take a look. So we wanted one of those tight ends, and there was another guy that I pointed out, right? Spicy. Go to the star. Who did I say? So tight ends, and I put Osborne in the queue too. He's a little bit later, probably like 168-ish ADP, 155. So he rose a little bit, but which is fine. We're hoping that Gronk falls. We're 12 picks away though, which is kind of cringe. If we can leave that turn with Gronk and Fant, we are loving life here. Though those guys with no tight ends are making me want to. Oh, we're not going to get Gronk. Fuck. We're not going to get Gronk, are we? We're not going to get Gronk, are we? Don't do it. Okay. We have a slight chance that maybe they fall. Oh, this is making me cringe. Ty Chandler is only that. Yeah, that is very, very cringe there. Dude, it's insane. Like Madison, it's like I've been a guy I constantly grab and redraft. Dude, honestly, I mean, he came into the league at probably like 20, which is fucking insane. How old is Javonte Williams? I think he's 29. I think Javonte Williams is he a 2000? I think he's a 2000. He is younger than me. Javonte Williams is younger than me. Confirmed. He is April 25th, 2000. I am March 9th, 2000. So Madison's nickname should be NFL Young Boy, literally. 20. Yeah, that's nuts. Now she's like a half a year older than me. What the hell? I know. Bro is a seasoned veteran despite just having his rookie year. It's cringe. 8 picks. Doozy. Okay. Thanks. Does he at least have he doesn't have Russ? What's his correlation with the Broncos, Spicy? Check it. Does he have at least Chiefs correlation? Like, what's he? Okay, no, he's just saying fuck it. Okay. All right, boys. If you want to let us make this round 12 Gronk thing happen, I will very, very much appreciate you guys. Though the guy with average ball, average ball has Mike Evans. Average ball has Mike Evans, but he doesn't. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nerve. The average ball guy's the only one I'm really, really concerned about here. We should be locked in at least. We can wait on Fan, actually. I just took in his ADP as 168. This is sketch. Come on, don't do it, ball. Don't do it. No! There's no way, man. What? Oh my god. Check the tight ends quick. Oh, Tunyon, gross. Yeah. You could go with Algier here. Go Algier. Oh, go Algier. Ugh. I think we need a tight end next pick, and then hopefully Osborne falls. That is cringe, man. That is cringe. Oh, yeah, no, that's crazy. Javonte just turned 22, actually. I wasn't mentally prepared for every rookie to be younger than me now. Yeah, it's gross. Not like this, yo. Not like this. You do hate to see it. That's, oh my god. That, yo. That's so deflating. But I mean, let me turn my mic volume down one notch. Actually, I'm echoing. All right. Okay, that was a whirlwind of emotion. We could go with Irv. We don't need to backdoor an Osborne if we get Irv. I don't mind Irv here. Hopefully he's healthy. I mean, Conklin is gone. I mean, you're making the same upside case that he had last year, except you're getting a little bit of a discount. Actually, more upside given the fact that you do have O'Connell running that offense now, and you're getting touchdown upside in the red zone, given the fact that the Rams have been, relatively using those guys deep in the deeper portion. So I don't mind Irv there. It's still a 3 tight end build because there's so much volatility with this team, but at least locking in one now gives you flexibility to avoid the complete junk at the end of the draft. So I don't mind it. Literally so close to greatness. Oh gosh. Pitt's still 21. Yeah, that's, how am I like 6 months older than Pitts? Now that is cringe. Osborne does go. Okay, that's fine. Osborne would have been nice, but I mean, realistically here, I don't mind just going with Jefferson, Irv, and closing it out with Madison and Kirk. So, and again, like the same case I made for Gus Edwards over Dobbins, if you have, a passing attack stack of a team, that rhymed, is that if Cook does miss time, they're inherently going to throw the ball more with Madison. And obviously, as we know with Madison, if he's on the field, he has reception upside, he has touchdown upside, he has top 10 overall running back and fantasy type of upside. So I don't mind that move. What other positions? So we need 2 more tight ends. We're set at quarterback, and we need some more wide receiver help here. I would probably say, again, this is probably a 2.682. It's probably a 2.682, maybe a 2.772. Sorry, no, we need a 3, so this is probably a 2.673. This is a 2.673 build here. Let me check. So Packers play the Vikings, I believe, week 17. We said, right? Search up Packers, search up Green Bay in the search bar, and just queue a couple of those guys. Green Bay, go down. I don't hate a round 18 Randall Cobb. Don't hate a round 18 Randall Cobb. Who the Jets play? Jets play the Seahawks. Ooh, that's nice. That's pretty nice. Oh, are we gonna make this Drew Lock? No, we don't need Lock at this point, but it was a nice thought at least. Bucks play the Panthers. So is Robbie Anderson available? Robbie Anderson. Noah Fant went. That's cringe. Yeah, put Robbie Anderson in the queue. Which, I mean, we didn't even really need Noah Fant at this point because we're not really fully building that Seahawks stack. We just have some, variance with them. Njoku has to be the pick here in this build. We need that locked and loaded touchdown scorer and what could be in a potentially offensively insulated situation. So I think Njoku here is a good pick. 1409 for Njoku. We got him 9 picks after ADP. More than fine with that. Okay, so what was I saying? Go back to our team. I was trying to galaxy brain some shit. So 2673 is what we said. Go down, scroll our team. Madison. So we need a Packer. We put Randall Cobb in the queue. We put Robbie Anderson in the queue. So those are the two main guys here. We probably have to take Robbie Anderson at this next pick, if I were to guess. And again, you're relying upon pure target volume. What we saw last year. I mean, this is a guy that had over 100 targets. It's just the quarterback situation was so bad that he was completely inefficient on them. Am I my rookie mock right now on the clock right now? Should I go with Pierce or Tyquan Thornton? I would go with Pierce as well. I agree with the chat right now. Everybody's saying Alec Pierce. Okay, so hopefully Robbie Anderson doesn't get sniped here. Otherwise, I might cry again on screen. But yeah, if we can get Robbie Anderson, I think that's a phenomenal pick in the 15th round of a best ball. So, I mean, realistically here, we have 5 receivers right now. You get Anderson, that's just 6. Our 7th is probably going to end up being, Marvin Jones, yeah. Oh, young boy, are you in the draft? There's no way you're just reading my thoughts like this right now. You have to be in the draft. Or, sorry, you have to be in the stream. There's no way. Gabby says, thanks, boys. Anytime there, Gabby. A rebuild or contender. User. Oh, that stung, man. Who's the other person they sniped from us? Check their team again. Young boy's team. Young boy. Frymouth, Kittle. Go up. Does he have Allen? No, he's got Burrow. Okay, so he knows what he's doing. He's building a solid team. He sniped us on Lockett. That's it. He sniped us on Lockett and Goddard. Those are the two. Piss off. So what tight ends are available? Let's just check. Because Everett would have been nice in this build. Hurst isn't terrible. I don't mind that. You could go with Evan Ingram. Kind of gross. The tight end group is getting a little bit dicey. We missed on Gronk, right? We did miss on Gronk, yes. I remember that now. I don't know. We need one variance tight end left that can maybe score a couple touchdowns. Chip. Oh, yeah, Chip. Dude, screw you, Chip. It's not nice. Because rebuilder, I might entertain. Yeah, that's true. Bit of both, essentially. First of all, if you're not, you can't really be a bit of both, I would say. Oh, okay. So you've already been building for your winning window. Okay. I got you. All right. I was gonna say, I'm like, if you're like you have a team that's ready to compete by 2023, by all means. But yeah, no, I just want to say being in the middle is the worst place to be. So, how do you know when it's time to go all in and trade future picks? Well, you're going to be able to tell if you're building a monster. If you have a bunch of liquidity on your team, then you can kind of leverage some of those pieces. But to capitalize the word all in, I would never say all in, giving up all the picks is a move you should be doing. Personally. So I wouldn't mind making moves to win within the next 2 years. But okay, yeah, I don't mind that then. Build that Dynasty, Brevin Jordan. No, I was talking about Evan Ingram. Crack shot. Grab Evan. I don't mind it. Hi. What's up, Arsh? What's up? I wouldn't mind Evan Ingram. What's his bye week by chance? You mind checking that? Oh, he went. Okay. All right. Well then. So we need one more running back, right? We are 2.562. We want this to be a 2.673 if we can. What running backs are available? Is there like a Brian Robinson maybe? Oh, McKissick's available too. Honestly, I would just probably go with McKissick, honestly. 16th round McKissick. He's going to be such a lock in some of my teams. I mean, the value is just tremendous. So we're done at the running back position. You get the mix of upside with stability there. Look at the team: Fournette, Gibson, McKissick. Oh, we got whatever. I didn't even realize that. I mean, the bull case there is that Gibson's going to take the touchdown work. McKissick's going to take the receiving work. To be fair, I didn't really realize that, but more so, thank God we didn't take Brian Robinson, because I don't mind taking two running backs from the same team if they have different archetypes. Like, theoretically, if you have Jonathan Taylor and you want to take Naheem Hines, they are both going to win. They are both going to garner and accumulate points in different ways. The only problem I have is if you take, a Madison and a Cook, where Madison's contingent value is on Cook getting hurt. For McKissick, his bull case is not, Gibson getting hurt. If Gibson gets hurt, yeah, sure, he could get more receiving volume, but his main goal is going to be uncontingent, independent production in the receiving game as a whole. Also, Spicy out, we need to make a pick here. What other tight ends other than Uzama and shit? Not much there. I would wait one more round. I would go with AJ Green probably here. I think AJ Green value, 17th round, is more than fine here. I don't mind mixing it in. He was pretty good this year. Obviously, with Hopkins out, you're getting inherent upside potentially to earn more targets. I'm fine with that. Oh, for sure. I got a strong dynasty setup with 524. Yeah, dude, accumulating 2024 first is the biggest underrated part of dynasty right now. So I agree with you. Gronk, Engram, or Tunyon. I have Schultz and Komet. I would go with Rob Gronkowski. Trey McBride's on the clock 3-1 in my one quarterback drafts. What to offer in picks? I feel like the 3, 4, 5, 6, 2023 picks to get him. Yeah, if I wouldn't mind, offering a 3 and a 4 maybe. Someone wants to do that, maybe in a 3 or a 4 or 5. I don't know. Whatever it is, honestly. There's nothing like completely standing out, but you want to leverage a few of those picks and move up. I don't mind making that move. What tight ends are available? Are we looking at just Uzamas? Check the tight ends quick. We looking at Uzama. We could go with Brait. Now, they did take Auden, but I mean, if we search it, I don't think many teams are going to have Cameron Brait on the team. Is he completely washed? It's kind of gross. It's kind of gross. I probably, given correlation, I would probably plug my nose and take Cameron Brait. Because, I mean, Gronk is an older player. Gronk is shown potential, to get hurt in the past, to miss time in the past. And as we know, if Cameron Brait's getting insulation in one of the best offenses in the league, you can go way worse with an 18th round dart throw, especially when you already have that correlation with Brady, Godwin, and Leonard Fournette. Insert the Thanos powering his infinite gauntlet as I continue to get FX. Also, all right, we're back. that was a weird little step, but agreed there. Like, dominating the 2024 class. I mean, you saw the video. Aaron Jones for 2024 straight up. Like Amari Cooper. Like, if you can leverage that and get such high potential yet liquid assets like those 2024 picks represent, this is the cheapest you're ever going to get those picks. So I agree. Full point PPR for tight end, half PPR for wide receiver and running back. Okay, so it is a double tight end premium, if you're a 2x tight end premium. You want to leverage the 3, 4, 5, go up and get him. You go and do it. You like McBride and Pross? I actually do. I mean, he's a productive player. He got second round draft capital. May not be as productive year one, but if you're drafting a tight end expecting instant production, you don't understand the tight end position. McBride has upside, is an athletic player. Only has to realistically wait 1 year behind Zach Ertz, and then ultimately he's getting insulation in one of the top 10-ish, top 12-ish offenses in the NFL. So I like it. Low viewership equals more answers. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect this to be, crazy filled with viewership, given the fact that it is, randomly at 1:30 p.m. on a Sunday. But, I appreciate all of you that have stuck around. I mean, I've been on for about an hour 40 now, so appreciate you guys who have stuck around. What round startup pick is equal value to a future first, second, third, etc.? I would say a first is probably around that 5th round type of area, 4 or 5 turn type of area is probably about equivalent for a random first. If you're talking 2023, maybe you can make the case even a little bit earlier, but I don't think the market's going to fully adapt to that just yet. Second, you get into the 2023 second for about the 11th round range is about appropriate. Third, I mean, it's hard to really equate value, third round and on, but I'd probably say, round 17-ish, maybe. That's just off my head. Amon St. Brown for a 2024 first. I've done it 2 times. I'm more than fine with that move. I love Amon. I think he's a good player, but you're telling me I can get to re-roll the dice on a potentially better prospect in a better insulated situation? Sign me up there. Holiday weekend, exactly. Draco's undrafted. That is crazy to me. The fuck? She should not be undrafted given his upside, given the fact that he is an 18th round pick that could potentially be the lead back in one of the top, as I mentioned, top 5 to 8 offenses in the league. Makes no sense. Vacation mode on, off. Yeah, exactly. But either way, I appreciate you guys. We will quickly go through the team quick and then wrap this up. So at quarterback, you got Tom Brady and Kirk Cousins heading that group, mixing that upside with Brady with that stability of Kirk Cousins. We were able to build out the Buck stack with Brady, Fournette, Chris Godwin, and then Cameron Brate. So you guys can see that there. At the Viking stack, so go back up to Kirk. You guys see we were able to build out a Kirk, Alexander Madison, Justin Jefferson, and Irv Smith Jr. stack, while still having some upside pieces mixed in there, specifically with DK, Keenan Allen, and a couple of those running backs there. But either way, I appreciate you guys for sticking around for the last hour 40, hour 45 ish. I kind of want to make this watchable, so I'm not going to make another draft here. I'm not going to force another draft where this stream is going to be 2.5 hours. If you guys want to rewatch this or miss some tidbits in the stream before you were here, feel free to do so. But I'm going to be signing off. Appreciate you guys. Is Tolbert the wide receiver 2 for the Cowboys? It's tough. Talent-wise, he should be, but they might bring him along slowly given the fact that he is the 3rd round, 90th overall type of rookie. Maybe Washington plays more two wide receiver sets right off the bat when Gallup is hurt. So the bull case for Tolbert and redraft would be him filling into that Gallup spot. But realistically, by the time Gallup is back, we don't know what exactly that's going to look like. Maybe Tolbert's finally ready by the time that Gallup comes back. I do think I'm leaning on the side that he's going to have a role right away because I think he's a good player. But when Gallup's back, he's going to be the 3rd wide receiver on 3 wide receiver sets and the 4th wide receiver ancillary option on this offense. So that's my thoughts. David Bell felt absolute steal there. Tolbert, the 3rd, probably, 3rd wide receiver, 4th target in the offense. But either way, appreciate you guys. About an hour 45. If you guys want to watch it back, missed any questions, missed the start of the stream, you name it, I will leave this up on YouTube. But until then, peace out, guys. Enjoy your long weekend.